Hello, fine folks, and welcome to Bogie Plays. This evening, we are not playing, we are making a top 10. Sorry for that. A top 10 most anticipated games of 2023. The games which we expect, which we wait. I mean, it's 10 games. I'm sure we had other games on our lists. So we're gonna talk about a lot of games, I hope, tonight, which we, like I said, which we expect to come out this year. Without further ado, of course, I'm not alone. I'm with my guests tonight. Hello, how are you? Kosti and Radu.
Hello.
As always.
How you doing? Hello. How you doing?
You're never alone.
You're never
anymore.
alone anymore.
It would not be fun to do these top 10s all alone. How are you? How do you feel?
Very well. Very well. As usual. Around board games. Life is good. Life is good.
Well, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Radu, how are you?
I'm trying to gather my words to talk about things I haven't played in are on my wish list.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's a second. Are we or one second? Yeah, now I think we're okay now. So.
Ooh, the technical difficulties are getting shorter by the minute.
I think we're okay now. I think we're all right now. You gotta tell me, what do you expect from this year? Do you have? Was it hard to make this list?
Not at all, because it's the beginning of the year. So probably in a 3 or 4 months we're gonna have another 50 announcements. So it's really was really quite.
50,000.
It was easy because it's just the beginning of the year. So as I'm saying, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna change in a month or so. So
yeah, I have some.
Yeah.
I don't know if I will. It will change that fast. I do have some games which I hope. I really hope I will be able to put my hands on. Radu, was it hard to make this list?
So it was hard and easy because I had to look of the games that are announced. That was easy for me to do because you know how I pick up games by the cover.
By looking at
If
the
cover looks good, it's on my list. And it was hard to do because I had to gather information, do some research, and to see what the game is about.
but this is fun.
Yeah, but I would rather like to play it first, then talk about it. And going in, this list is purely subjective.
It should be like that. Yeah.
It should be like that. This curiosity and anticipation, right?
Okay.
So apparently,
I don't think we're gonna have a whole lot of overlap. I think we have 3 different. We are distinct, and
I think
each of us have
I'd say 1 or 2 overlaps.
Yeah, pretty much 1 or 2. I'll say that 1 too.
We'll see.
I'd say 1 or 2 overlaps. So let's on the TVs, and I will start. The order is going to be Kosti, Radu, and it finishes with me. So.
You want to have the last word?
Of course I do.
Basically.
Yeah. I think it's my turn.
We need to roll a die next time we do this to determine first player or first to talk.
I'm making the rules.
No, it's not a democracy then.
You know? So,
dictator.
So, Kosti, you have the first word. So, number 10.
What
What
an
is
honor.
your number 10?
What an honor. I'm really honored to be first, for sure. My first pick, my 10th
Yeah.
pick, if you want. It's a game called Tycoon India 1981. It's I was interested in this one because it's a kind of an economic manufacturing
Tycoon
industrialization game. Tycoon India 1981. 1981, a game, an economic game based on the post independence from the colonies, India, where you are like an industrialist, an industrial house, and you try to take over the markets. It's a game that has a little bit of auction bidding, an end game bonuses, end game scoring and bonuses. So that was the first thing that popped into my head when I see this. Yeah, an economic manufacturing industry. Usually, I tend to like these games, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty curious about
Yeah.
this one. So yeah, this is Tycoon India 1981. My number 10 on this list.
It really surprised me. I haven't seen this game in my
Well, that's that
research.
here.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say
And
say.
and the cover looks good.
And the cover looks
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
So there you go. That's my number 10.
It looks interesting.
I'm curious about it.
Looks interesting. It's
Yeah, we'll see. Never heard
no,
about the
never heard,
publisher.
yeah.
Never heard about the artist or the
No.
designer.
Let's see
We'll
what
see.
happens. Yeah.
We'll see.
Interesting.
Indeed.
Radu, what is your number 10?
Well, this was my easiest pick because and you would have expected this to be my number one, but I've placed it at the top of my list so that I throw you off tracks and do not have to guess what my number one is. So my number 10 obviously has to do with the new new adventure from Legends of Andor. It's called the Evige Kelte.
It's a new expansion.
I didn't see. No, it's a standalone box. It's like
What's the name?
It has everything. It has everything you need to play it. You don't need the other copies to enjoy it. So it adds obviously.
What's the name? Legends of Andor.
Yeah.
And what is it? What's the other? Because
Die ewige Kälte. That's you look for a white box and you'll
Look for the white box. Follow the light. Follow the light.
the lights.
Follow the white box.
I can't find it
So-
here. Is it here on Board Game Geek?
It is. I have it on my screen, so yeah.
Even BGG doesn't have it, Radu. What have you done?
The
I broke Board Game Geek.
the
Anyway,
everyone,
you should be quite familiar with this title. We've been talking extensively about it. We've played it, and this just brings more more legends. And you have the the original has been covered with snow and has a brand new map on the other side. So it brings other challenges for us to overcome. So it's more to it. So keep them coming. I'll be the one announcing them.
Give me. Please say it letter by letter.
But I'll put it in the chat.
Okay,
Man.
okay. Put it in chat.
You really want to
Yeah,
see
I
it,
really want
don't
to see
you?
it, of course. Of course, I want to see it. So it's Legends of because I can't find.
Surprised
I
you-
found Legends. Of course, I found Legends of Avandor. That. Oh man.
So I put it in the
Okay.
live chat.
Ah,
Oh.
okay. It doesn't.
Oh, now
it
you
doesn't
find
have it doesn't have an English
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's why I said it in German. So probably my German is really poor. So,
Yeah, probably. Because
Oh, see.
so our German audience, please. I'm sorry, I've
Yeah,
butchered the
it
name.
doesn't have a lot of
except
it
you
doesn't have a lot
apologize and
of pictures now,
move
does
on.
it?
It doesn't have a lot of pictures, but what it does have, the cover. So
So this is the white box.
it had to be on my list. It's the Christmas
Legends
version
of
of
Andor, right?
Legends of Andor.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to wait. So you need to wait until
Okay.
December, right?
Well, it's coming out in the first quarter, so it's Christmas early.
Which means actually the second one then is delayed a little bit. So yeah, Christmas is fine. They knew
So
it.
my number 10 is a game which
better be.
which I don't have any pictures of. Which
Oh, you just made it up.
which I know the title of, but I cannot say it. I know it. I know that it will come from Board and Dice. It will come this season. The designers are David Turci and Simone Luciani.
Okay.
And it is a game that, as it was described to me, it is a cross between Brass and Barrage.
Yeah.
It has been talked. You can find some infos about this game if you look online.
Yeah.
It's my number 10 because it will probably, if it would have had some pictures and it would have had a few more infos, I would have put it way down the list. I mean, Brass and Barrage sounds interesting. What I've heard about it, I don't have any pictures. I don't have anything more to say. But David Turci, Simone Luciani, Brass, cross between Brass and Barrage. I am quite interested to see what they'll do. It's a heavy Euro game, of what I've heard. So I will. It should be a good one. So my number 10, unfortunately, it's more. I cannot say any more than that.
So Bogey's number 10 is a teaser.
Yeah, somehow.
Not even.
Not even. You're just an empty promise.
You will have 3 of these on my list.
Oh, that's going to be an easy, a fast list to go
now,
through.
Let's go to number 9.
Yeah, my number 9 already exists. It has some information. It had some pictures. It's a game I discovered at Spiel last year. I'm gonna still stay around Board and Dice, and it's designed by Philip Globach, and the name is The Books of Time. Which I found it very interesting because of the.
It's a set collection game, right?
Mechanisms.
Some.
Kind of. It's more of a. It's more of a. How should I put it? More of hand management, engine building, and set collection with a little bit of deck and bag and pull building. It was interesting. I saw it at Spiel, and it was quite nice. The things that you prepared those books and you wrote the pages to do this hand management and it was quite interesting. So I'm pretty curious about this one too. So my number 9, it's also from Board and Dice, and it's called Books of Time.
Yeah, I haven't managed to play it there, but it looked good. It looked good on the table.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So I'm quite. I've heard. I think Johnny Pack. I think he played it. He liked it. He said he liked it. He liked the game. I'm quite curious to see what this game brings to the table. So two Board and Dice.
Yeah.
Andrei says.
Oh, so let's rename the top top 10 Fortnite game.
If Andrei says Brazen Barrage delivering water.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to your number 9, Radu.
So
Delivering
my
water on the back
number
inside.
9, I'm not even going to attempt to make this up. It's a relatively new announcement for me. I just found out about it. Usually, there are some publishers that I go to see what they are planning or brewing in this case. So it comes
Game
from
Brewer,
Game Brewer,
the
and it's
Delta or the other one,
more
the new one.
it's
Trolls,
Trolls and
yeah.
Princesses.
Trolls and yeah.
It's it's a fantasy world, but with I think it's gonna have more humor than most of their games, or that's what it promises. Although the components, the mechanisms are heavy to newer gamers. So I don't know how they're going to manage that balance between the artwork and the heaviness of it. So it says that it has action points, set collection, and worker placement. So they're pretty often used mechanisms in, and yeah, the cover lured me in,
course.
and then when I when I got to see what's inside, and I said, is it gonna be this too complicated for what it presents, right? It should feel like a family game, but I don't think it will be. So I don't know much about it. I saw a video that they have for the campaign and all, but yeah, just look at the pictures, and it's something that
the cover is funny.
and pretty
The
color.
cover is funny. Yep, the cover
Yeah.
is funny.
That's,
Yeah.
I hope that the humor is inside the box as well.
Okay. So let's go to my number 9, right? My number 9 is a game that doesn't have. I know it should come this year. I don't have too many. It has a BGG page, and it's a game that is a follow-up. It's a sophomore try. Of a designer which we have played his first published. I think it's his first published design. I'm not certain of that, but yeah, the designer is Matt Wolf, and the game is Squaring Circleville, which we have played. And I think his next game will be published by Spielworks this year, and it's called Raising Chicago. Why?
Mhm.
It's a game about. It says during the 19th century, the elevation of Chicago area was just a few feet higher than the shoreline of Lake Michigan. For many years, there was literally little or no naturally occurring drainage from the city's surface. This lack of drainage caused unpleasant living conditions. Standing water harbored pathogens that caused numerous epidemics, including typhoid, fever, and dysentery, culminating in the 1854 outbreak of cholera that killed 6% of the city's population. So, it's a game about city building. It's an economic game. It's territory building. We only have one picture of it, and I have to say I really like what he did with Squaring Circleville. Although it's a lighter game, I find it a very easy to get into game, and a fun game to play with a lot of players. 4 players, I think 4 players, it shines at 4 players. Right now we don't have more than this photo. We have nothing more, but as far as I know, it will come out this year. So I'm quite interested to see and play and play this game and see what his second game brings to the table, because squaring Circleville, it was interesting how you got your to score your points, how you managed to put the final, to take those tiles, the final scoring. I find it a good game, and I am quite interesting to see what's this new one will bring, what this new game will bring. So my number 9 is Raising Chicago from Spielworxx. Spielworxx will bring it to us.
You won't miss the opportunity of putting this one on
No.
on the channel
No, I
for sure.
won't. And I'll go to number 8.
Might be a good one.
I do hope so. Kosti, what's your number 8?
Yeah, number 8 on my list. It's a game that I rediscovered because it's let's say part 2 of this game. I rediscovered it at Essen Spiel, of course.
Hello, Christy.
I know a little bit the people behind the company, and the name is Amalfi Renaissance,
Silex.
which is a little bit.
Silex,
Which is a little bit.
Silex. Let's see.
Yeah, it's Silex.
I have played this one.
Yeah, I think it's my only game with trading actually on the list, and the game was presented to me at Essen by some fellows over there, and it has a little bit. They changed a little bit the structure, the design, the cards, the how do you say
It looks.
The numbers on the cards. It looks very cool.
Very good,
I like it. And it's my only trading game, I think, on the list. It has a little bit of hand management, contracts, and of course trading. So Amalfi Renaissance, it's definitely on my list, at least to play. I don't know when it's gonna end up.
Yeah,
but I'm curious about the tweaks that I already did with this one. So my number 8, it's Amalfi Renaissance.
This is I think it was a Korean game, which was taken by Silex, and they transformed the artwork. I've played this one almost till the end. I've played with Pierre from Silex. It was he explained us the game.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting game. It's an interesting action selection game. I'm curious to see. It was still in development. I don't think it was all done. I haven't heard anything since Essen about it. So it is also, it's on my radar also. I'm quite interesting to see what they did with it. So that was your number 8, right? Radu, what is your number 8?
So this one I've probably we're gonna talk about games we've seen at Essen. So this one really stuck with me, and obviously because of the artwork, and it's called ICE. There are two games, so there's. Just look for the 2023 one, and you will see what I'm talking about. It's
ISEE.
No, I see. What? Why do you have to make it so complicated? Just put ice.
Ice.
When you find this game,
ice,
right?
baby.
I know what you're talking about. Now I know what you're talking about.
So
I don't.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hexagons that you have to go and discover. You start with a white, and it's going further with the theme of Andor, but with a white theme, with snow. I don't know. I'm probably going out from winter. I haven't seen snow this year, so everything white to me appeals. So you start digging in through 5 layers. So the board is laid out so that they overlap. So you need to take out tiles that have special abilities, or it's what I got is that it's some sort of a campaign game that you kind of discover in it's yeah, you have to dig for the tiles, and it's. I have not
I
played
see.
this one, but if the artwork is something that appeals to you, then fine.
I think it
So,
has a sort
um,
of a how is it called? The island that sings a sort of yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
sinks. Oh, like
Uh, no, not
Atlantis
Atlantis
Rising,
Rising.
or
The one where you take a tile, you look underneath, and you have to save your. It's a sort of a
oh, the
not the
island.
island. No, 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 no. The classic one. I
What?
forgot its name. No, no,
Cartagena.
no, no. The classic one where you take a tile,
Yeah.
look underneath, and then you roll a die.
Survive,
You move the little survive.
survive.
Yeah, it has a sort of a survive
I
mechanism.
don't know.
Okay,
I
we
don't play this kind
found
of
it.
games.
Well, you're it's not sinking, you're
Yeah,
just
you're explorers.
explorers. You're
Yeah.
trying to get to the artifacts of ancient civilizations or something. That's kind of the theme of it, but you uncover
Yeah, you uncover
um,
things underneath. Yeah,
quests
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. So it's an exploration and probably a good experience rather than a game for points. I don't know what's I would
To
really
play.
like to go and have a playthrough of
I
this
see.
to say more.
Icy
Icy
Ice.
ice.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I thought that this one is already out. But then again,
Well, it says 2023. I don't know.
people do
I've
mistakes.
seen this
Yeah,
before,
I
but
think it was. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it like more than 1 year, but it's just like probably was a
Yeah,
prototype
yeah.
or
It
something
was
like
on
that. I thought it
Kickstarter.
was
yeah,
It was
already
on
out.
probably.
Kickstarter at some point. Yeah, let's
Okay.
go to my number 8. At my number 8, I have a working title. Uh, th-
And no photos.
but I have no
No
photos
photo.
because it should appear also in Essen. It's designed by the same designers who did Anunnaki, Simone Luciani and Danilo Sabila. I think Sabia
Mm-hmm.
or Sabila. I don't. Let me see before I say something. Why do you? Why do you? Ah, yeah. Danilo, I hope Sabia. The game is called. That's the working title. It's called Rats of Wistar.
Mm-hmm.
The rats of Wistar are these rats are lab rats, and what's interesting about the game has an unusual theme. After Golem, Simone Luciani comes with another quirky and interesting theme um, about lab rats who escape and become, I think, um, they become more smart.
But that's how you make
That's how you
victory
make
points.
victory points. um,
Keep your rats
Yeah.
smart.
So
It's an interesting theme for sure. I'm curious about it. I like this kind of
yes,
themes.
so I am quite kind of interested into this quirky themes, and it is a strange. It's rats that escape and creates. They escape the labs and create an advanced community. They they so it's
Yep.
going to be an interesting.
They took over.
I don't know what they take over, but this is the theme of the game, and I'm quite interesting to see
Right.
what will they do with this theme. So it's also a heavier Euro game, and as I've heard, it will be released by Cranio Creations, and also in Essen. And I'm quite interested to see what they will. What will it be? Because last year, as far as I know, they didn't have Cranio Creations. They did not have a big release. They had smaller releases. So I'm quite interested to see. They had Golem 2 years ago, to see what they bring on this year. So my number 8 was, and this is a working title, Rats of Wistar, from Cranio Creations, design from Luciani and Sabia. Okay, let's go to number 7.
Cool. My number 7, it's a game that actually, it's not a new one, let's say. Not going to be a new one, because it re-implements something. And it's from Mr. Rainer Knizia. The game is called Huang, and it's re-implementation of Tigris and Euphrates, or Yellow and Yangtze. It's going to be made by Phalanx, so I'm expecting a super
so
quality.
Tell me again, what is the Huang?
Huang, Huang. It's going to be from Phalanx, the Polish company that really shines usually with games. I was
Do we need
I was
another
quite
implementation of
I don't know.
why?
I don't know, but I'm super curious to see how it goes and what changes. And it comes from Phalanx, which I usually like because of their games, the Race to the Rhine and the Race to Moscow, which I really enjoyed. So this one is an area majority influence, hand management, things that I really like, and I liked it in those ones, in the previous ones also. So why not? Was one in the 90s, I think, end of the 90s. One on the 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And here's the third one. We'll see how it goes. I like also the thing that you score your lowest points at the end. Your lowest score.
This is what he practically introduced with Tigris and Euphrates. It's a common. I don't think if he introduced it then.
I'm expecting more or less the same game. I don't know if it's going to be something
different,
really changing it, but it's going to be a super production probably. I'm not very pumped about super production games and everything, but why not? I'm curious about it. So my number 7 is Huang from Mr. Knizia.
I have Tigris and Euphrates. That's why I didn't get Yellow and Yangtze. It's the same game. I don't think it's very different. I like Tigris and Euphrates. I think it's one heck of a game, and
indeed.
So it plays good in 2-player. Although people like it more, I like it too. I'm quite interested to see what's different.
Probably because it takes too long.
I'm quite interested to see what's with this one.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious. I don't have the other ones. I've played them, but I don't have it. So probably if I have to buy one, it's going to be maybe this one. We'll see.
Radu, what's your number 7?
It's on the list. We'll see.
Okay, keep bringing the reprints. Artists need to work as well. So it's
says an artist.
So
this one.
Okay, tell me, sir. What other trolls did you're going to come up with a King of Tokyo implementation? I'm sure.
This is bad trolls. It's set in 1920s.
Scarface?
And it's Scarface.
Oh.
Yeah.
But this is a heavier one.
Game. It's a heavier, but I felt that it has enough theme to it that I can get into.
Okay.
So you I'll probably
take it for the channel.
It's a gangster board game that you do all the things that tropes that come with it, right? You go and put businesses, you move around with your gang, you recruit thugs, you take over territories, you fight for it's an area control or area majority, and you kind of do all those things, and it remind me a bit of the one that you've had.
The
You've
Godfather?
had
Godfather.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
It's there on my back. I really like that game. I think it came.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah.
This one had that. Yeah, probably it has some similarities between them.
Yeah.
Apart from the theme, but yeah, we'll see how. If I
Can
get
you throw
to
them
play
into the
this.
lake also? You throw bodies into the lake as you're doing.
You're doing that
you
one?
You can do
Okay.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you just throw the bodies in the lake.
Not sure. I haven't played it, but the artwork is great, and the theme is something that you can enjoy backstabbing your friends and throwing them in the lake if you want to.
It's not the lake. I mean, come on, it's new. It's the ocean.
Oh, it's in Chicago,
Chicago,
so
okay.
it has a lake
if it's in
there.
Chicago,
it's
yeah.
based there.
It's Lake Michigan, no? Lake Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, I think this one was in the making for a while now. I've heard about this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not in 1 year. It's more than 1 year since I've heard about this game. So I'm quite curious. I'll try to see if I can procure a copy to play it on stream.
I hope it comes this year because
I think it was on Kickstarter.
it might.
I think.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. So that was your number 7. And I have to go to my number 7.
Yeah.
From now on, we have pictures. My number 7 is a game which I've heard I've heard recently, and the main thing why I want to play it and I want to get it is the designer. His first, I don't think it's first 2 designs, but there are 2 designs which I really like of his. One is Crown of Emara, the other one is Hadara. I think there are 2 excellent Euros, 2 mid-weight Euros, light to medium Euros. And this one is New Eden. It's a build an underwater station through the means and foul, ideally avoiding damage. So this is a it has some action, apparently some auction, some bidding. You build an underwater station, and it doesn't have too many.
So it's not underwater city.
It's an underwater station. It has only this picture, and I think it comes from Schmidt-Spiele, which I think they're on a row with their last, let's say, medium to medium Euros, with Taverns of Tiefenthal, with that Reinhard Knizia one, which will. Which will have an expansion this year, and this one. So I'm quite curious. I have read some things about it. It looks interesting. I am curious. Both Hadara and Crown of Emara are fun. Solid games, fun games. I enjoyed them a lot. I like them a lot. I will play them at any point, if you ask me. So I'm quite curious to see what he did with this one, and that's why I'm interested in playing this year New Eden from Schmidt-Spiele. And let's go to number 6.
Is it? Yeah, is it? Number 6 on my list. It's a game that comes from Holy Grail Games. Was on Kickstarter, and the name is Copan: The Dying City, which I'm super excited to have it because I've already played a few times, and
I think you had the
I like it a lot.
Copy, no?
Yeah, I had the pre-production copy. It's a brilliant game in my opinion. I like it. I liked it very well, and I'm super pumped that will arrive probably this year. It's a game about the city of Copan, the big city of Copan in the Mayan civilization. That at the time where that city was really flourishing, but it has this arc of development, if you want, because usually in games you start small and then you get big, and this one everything is available, everything it's great because Copan is flourishing and everything. It's easy to be done, but then again,
It starts to
the
decrease.
civilization getting it's getting greedy, and then the resources are starting to be depleted. Places on the board are starting to get blocked, and then until the end of the game, the tension rise and rise and rise until you got nothing. That's why the title is The Dying City, because at the end this city will die. So you will be probably the richest dead at the end, because you're not gonna do nothing with everything that you had. But yeah, I liked it very well. Very interactive game. A lot of AP. If you're not, I must say that, because it's in 4 players could drag a little bit, but I liked it very much in 3 players. So hoping to be delivered this year.
The Dying City.
Copan, The Dying City from
I'll try to
Holy Grail
check
Games.
this out.
6.
Okay. Radu, what's your number 6?
So my number 6 has a very serious theme, and I'm very curious how they are managing to put this and create a game around it. This is has a religious theme, and it has to do with the Last Supper.
Oh yeah.
And
oh yeah.
you have to go
yeah.
and be as close as you can to Jesus.
Yeah, but they changed the name. They changed the name of the game.
So the one I have here is Jerusalem Anno Domini.
Yeah. It was called,
it has a few pictures. The cover is, you know, I don't know. It's fine.
It's
express very
Jerusalem.
It's with an I. Yeah, Jerusalem.
Anno Domini. Okay.
So that's kind of what drew me into the theme of it,
Devir,
right?
It's
Devir. So
yeah, it's Devir.
So I don't know if this is going to be what they are planning for Essen this year, because everything else I've seen doesn't scream to me like, you know, big.
It will be released in May.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't.
It'll be released in May, and because I was in contact with the designer, with Carmen, and the name before was Rex Patches. But Devir changed it, so now it's Jerusalem Anno Domini. But it's very interesting in mechanisms wise. So I'm super curious about this one too.
Oh, so I got your vote of confidence. I feel like
it's interesting. I mean, it's an interesting theme for once. And I'm curious to see how you approach such a theme from mechanisms.
Exactly. That's
this one it slipped. I don't know. I slipped on this one. I slept on this one.
Placement, and you have this theme. Last year they had Lacrimosa, and now this one. I think they're approaching, touchy subjects. I don't know how this will be received by the public.
Well, Lacrimosa is a Euro through and through.
I'm curious.
I'm quite curious to see how this one will. Lacrimosa ended up to be a straight Euro game, but yeah, I'm curious to see this one get close to Jesus.
Oh, so you both of you are curious. That's good. That's good.
That's a good pick, my friend. And
so it's not on your list.
It's not on my list.
I have it. I have it on the big list. I have it on the big list. But I will definitely get this game and play this game. So super curious about this one.
I see no weight. I see nothing. There is almost not manage resources and gain influence to sit near Jesus at the Last Supper. Okay. This is going to be a Euro game.
It's going to be a Euro game.
It's going to be a role-playing game.
Yeah, it's going to be a Euro game. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm very curious how Carmen blended the mechanisms to such a theme.
If I play this game, I want to be Jesus. Is that
everybody gets
does that
close
work?
to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll because I turned water into wine. That's why they won't want to
Of
hang out with
course.
me.
So it's go to my number six, right? My number six
Hmm.
is a game that comes from Japan, and I've heard about it a while ago. It went on Kickstarter, and it's looked interesting. It's a Euro game. It looks like a Euro game.
Of
The
course.
game is Outlast Lost: Rise of the New Sovereigns. Um, it's a game
Hmm.
about. It says it's a battle game where you explore the lost world and discover technology. It's a game about tech trees. You will build tech trees. It's a game. It says 14 plus. What attracted me? It says 14 plus, 60 to 90 minutes. So if it's a game of around one and a half, 1 hour and a half, it should be interesting. What I've seen from it, I like the artwork a lot. Now look at that cover, Radu. Don't tell me you don't like it. And the components look nice, look good, look really good. I've seen a bit about how it plays. You have to send workers to discover things, and it has somehow a modular type of play, because you have 5 different technology trees and you will use only 3 in a game, and you can make the game either more interactive or less interactive depending on the types of technologies which you text trees which which you want to use in the game. And yeah, you take resources, make resources, use those resources in order to gain points practically. But yeah, these are practically the tech trees. And you start small, you become bigger and bigger, and you manage to get combos of actions. Well, this is what I liked about it. Also, you manage to get cards. Those cards help you do some combos of actions. All, of course, to make points.
Boring.
But it looked interesting, and I like Japanese games usually. Um,
Usually they are good.
they're
Yeah,
pretty
they have
good.
something. They have something.
And it says is a tech tree resource management and civilization game that can be played by 4 players. You play a combination of 3 to 5, 3 of the 5 available tech trees. Employs different board game mechanisms. You must use cards, collect resources, and employ unearthed tech to build up your own troops and gather fame faster than the players around you. Whoever first scores 30 points is the winner. So it looks good. By what I saw,
Looks a little bit better than Beyond the Sun.
I
A
hope
little
so.
bit better.
I think it looks a lot better than
It looks
Beyond
better.
the
Yeah,
Sun.
it looks better.
And it's probably different. I mean, Beyond the Sun, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So my number 6 is Outlast Lost: Rise of the New Sovereigns.
I considered this one because of the cover. When I looked inside, I saw this is way too science fiction-y for me. I'll let the young people decide. I'm sticking with my 20-year-old games, so
Okay,
you know.
Let's
go to number 5, right?
Yeah, number 5.
Right.
Well, Radu, I'm going to give you one that you probably be curious,
Oh,
because
please.
it has Wicked Witches, and it came from Mind Clash game, and the
Septima.
name is Septima. It was on the Kickstarter, Kickstarter or GameFound,
This
one
is
of them.
an easier
you know what
game.
I mean?
I think it will be good for Radu.
Last year, and I really want to see what this one brings. Well, in a bigger part, I know what it has, but I want to see the potential by playing it. So Because I like a few aspects of that simultaneous action selection and the variable powers of the witches, the hand management that you have with it. So yeah, I'm very curious about this one. It's on the half of my list. Number 5 came from My Clash, and of course, every time My Clash releases something, it's something that I usually I'm curious about. So,
No, I'm
and if I'm not mistaken, Robin, I don't know if it's his first game or not, but I think so. So, yeah, Septima from
game.
My Clash, number 5 on my
I
list.
think, but
Do you know
I know it.
where
This
will
is
it be
This is
available?
Witches.
this is a 2022, I think. Didn't appear. No, it's a 2023. I know. I saw it in
No, it was
Essen
it was
while I
on.
was talking to the guys there.
Yeah, it was there to be
Yeah.
presented, but it was on.
No, it,
Was not the
yeah.
final
Build
copy, I think.
No,
build
no,
your
no.
witch
That's
coven and
yeah.
trail the townsfolk, and rise to power as the new
Yep.
Septima. Yeah, it's probably a Euro
Exactly.
game. But I think
Of course,
rather
yeah.
it's a. I say it's a medium heavy.
It's
Yeah,
a medium one. It's a
towards
medium
heavy.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
medium plus,
It
let's
will
say.
probably good for Radu. Probably be good for Radu.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's good for kids, right?
You can play with kids.
Radu, what is your number 5?
Okay. My number 5 is an unusual theme to. Well, it's an Euro game, but they've pasted this. Trying to put a comic book business
Oh, yeah, this
and
is on my
trying
list too.
Oh yeah.
to
This was on my
recruit
yeah.
writers, artists, and put on the best or to attract a lot of fans. So that's how you get your points. It's a worker placement game that has you develop other abilities by completing more contracts or putting out comic books. And a nice twist is that you can actually rip off other people's work. You don't have to create a new thing, and it's you can.
It's like in real life.
Yeah, it's like in real life, and you have to gather resources,
Yeah.
to trade them for and that's you have to move on that map to gather.
Yeah, you have to place workers in order to get resources, to use them to create those comics. Yeah.
By basically completing contracts. But with this theme, I think it has that aesthetic to it of being at the age of the pioneer age of comic books in the 1930s to 50s. I don't know.
It was at the 50s.
So the look of it's a fresh take on a Euro game. So yeah, it's a for variety.
This was in my extended list on my extended list. I looked at it. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's not too heavy as I've seen. It doesn't look too heavy.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's a medium one maximum. But I remember I have a friend in my group, in my gaming group, that played it with the designer, because there is a Portuguese designer, I think, in it. Yeah. And he played it with her, and he likes it. So yeah, we'll probably play it at some point.
Okay, that's not a bad pick, Mr. Radu. So
okay, thank
you. It's my number 5. My number 5. It's a game which came last year on Kickstarter. It's a game that the designer, I think, worked with Vital Lacerda on a easier game, and and I've seen a lot of plays. I've seen a lot of this game in order for me to want to play it. The game is Pampero.
Reminds me of something.
Look at it. It doesn't it remind you of a Vital Lacerda game? Well, this
reminds me a lot of another game.
Or it's
Yeah,
Ian O'Toole.
it's
So
Ian O'Toole's artwork. It's not necessarily, it's Vita Lacerda-ish type of game. Yeah, they worked together on a different game. Um, I have seen some things about this game. I think it has a lot of things which I enjoy. It's heavy enough to make my eyes water, and it has a lot of things which I enjoy. You have to build things there on the map, not to, in order to. It's an economic game. You grow, you grow, you grow. Um, yeah, I hope I'll manage to get the copy to do a playthrough on the channel. It's my kind of. We don't have a Vita Lacerda release this year. Most probably Inventions will. It would have been on my list, but most probably Inventions will come this year to Kickstarter, and next year will be released. But we have something close to what he does, without
Very close.
without taking any of of the designers. I don't want to mispronounce his name. Of the designers' merits on this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, we have something which is in that realm and reminds us of Vita Lacerda, and that is Pampero. I
Pampero.
can't wait to play this game. So that's not my number 5.
Yeah, looks interesting. There was a lot of people around it at Spiel, so
Let's go to number 4.
Number 4. I'm going back to Board and Dice for this one. And I'm having on my number 4 place a deluxe master set, because why not? And it's called La Granja.
My friend.
It's a master set deluxe with everything
Salut,
in the
Marius.
box. And I am super pumped about this one because I liked the original one.
Okay. I know what it is.
Sold it, of course, because
And
it's La
I
Granja.
was certain you're going to put it on your.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's a 2023. I hope it's gonna be an early 2023, so I can pick up and play it at first sight. It's a game that I enjoyed since the first edition with Spielworks, and now they will release. It's almost released a Master Deluxe set, like Snowdonia was.
Yeah.
Which I also enjoy. So I'm really hoping that this one will arrive soon. Because, yeah, farming a little bit.
Yeah, moving octogons around.
Yeah, La Granja, Mr. Rodendal, it's one of my favorites. So, yeah, very, very excited about this one. La Granja, number 4 on my list.
If you're going to have another game, I can't wait.
I am.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm
I
having
can't
one.
wait. So
It's 2023, most anticipated.
So,
Okay.
Radu, what is your number 4?
Well, it's already been mentioned by Costi,
La Granja.
so obviously not. Yeah, I could not take that away from him.
You do not like
so-
moving octagons from one place to another? Oh, you don't?
Oh, it's a brilliant
You
game.
don't enjoy this octagon is
Yeah. Can we talk about my game now? It's my number 4. So because you already mentioned it, I would like to add a few more things, and it's the Mind Clash game that actually and really appeals to me. And everyone says that it's less complex than what they usually put out. And I like the aspect of you can actually talk between the players to try to match the icons so that you can get more out of it, and you can try to say that you will, and you don't have to stay
You
true
can
to your
negotiate.
word.
This is a negotiation game.
No, it's not. You can negotiate what cards would you like to put out, because there are benefits for you having the same icon, and there.
It's having the same icon with another player.
Yeah, you can match the action that you are taking so that you can both take a more powerful one. But doing so, we will attract the eye of the witch hunter. So it's you have to gather the resources, turn those resources into potions. You have to treat lepers and paralyzed blind people. You can turn into animals. It has a very
Wicked Witch.
Yeah, you do what you would expect to do in
of course.
Witch game. It's a game with witchery.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's something I'm looking forward to. So yeah, Septima. I like it.
Both of your on both of your lists. That's interesting.
It's the first crossover. I think
we have this. I think we're gonna have one more, at least.
Maybe.
Not from me, for sure.
I think it's me and him.
I have forgotten. Okay.
Mine are easier ones.
Let's go to my number 4. My number 4 is a game which will come out from Spielworks this year. It should come out soon. And I am not smitten by the artwork, I have to say this. I will have to see it in front of me. But it's a game that it looked so good mechanically. And it's a game by one of my favorite designers. So the game is Oranienburger Kanal.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I knew you were gonna have this on your list, so I didn't even bother putting it.
It's Uwe Rosenberg. I mean, come on, I cannot a big Uwe Rosenberg game which I want to play. I do not like them all. Some of them for me are completely forgettable. I'm looking at you, Hallertau. Moving houses for points. But some of them are, there are still good games. It doesn't matter. I want to try them. I want to play them and see if they are for me or not. This one has the wheel from Glass Road, but I think it's
Glass Road.
It goes reverse clockwise.
Yeah, it goes the other way.
And it has also the building like it does in a grid, like it does in Glass Road, like it does in Newsfjord, and it has some interesting. You have, I think, canals which you can build. And you link some buildings which you build. It has, I found it really interesting, and it didn't seem overly hard to play from the rules. So I'm quite interested to see. It was a prototype. I don't think it was prototype. I think at Essen, and I've seen the prototype. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to play it on the channel. The game, my number 4 is Oranienburger Kanal. Agricola with boats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to number 3, right?
Rusty, I'm still waiting for a train game. Where is it?
Well, you might be surprised.
Let's go to number 3.
Because you might be surprised. My number 3, it's a game that I actually expected last year, but don't know what the heck is happening. I'm still hoping that it will
this
arrive
was on this
soon
was
because
also on your last year anticipated games of 2022. So
yes,
you
and
this is how you make
the
your
problem is
list.
that it's not out. That's the problem. Is that it didn't arrive. So I'm still hoping that it's gonna arrive this year because I know someone that already has it. So yeah, it's coming from Splotter, and the name is
But it's
Horseless
out.
Carriage.
Horseless Carriage is out. It's already out.
Not yet. No, I only have one friend that got it
Yeah.
last week. It's not it was not out last year. So it's my most anticipated in 2023, and I hope it's going to deliver because otherwise I'm going to be sad or
Don't
angry.
worry, you'll
Whatever.
get to talk about it next year.
Yeah, 'cause, you know, it's like I'm happy that it's not Madeira, you know, because it
Yeah,
was like
we
never
thought
ending story. Actually, Madeira will come out in a
Yeah.
few months. I have the
I
confirmation.
hope so. Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, Horseless Carriage. I'm still waiting for it, Spotter. So really excited about this one, like in the first glance. But it's not there yet. So I'm still waiting for the postman, and I hope I'm not gonna have this game next year on my anticipated list. So yeah, number 3 is Horseless Carriage from
Man,
Splotter.
this game
Yeah.
looks so Splotter. I mean, it looks
I don't care.
slow, but I want to play it so bad. It's so
I don't care.
bad.
Yeah,
I
I
want
don't
to
care.
play it so bad.
I want to
Okay.
pass so bad.
It has nice pieces though. Look at those cute cars there.
It's 2023. Come on. It's
I don't care.
hire
You want to
an
argue with this
artist
one?
and a
You want to
graphic
argue? You
designer.
want to argue
For
now? You
God's
want to argue
sake.
now? Tell me how many beautiful games are really good games in 2023?
Which you will play. I
Well,
mean,
Not that much.
I kind of have to. Yeah, I agree with you. It's a game I really want to play too.
Oh man, I'm super excited about this one.
Number 3.
no. Hope it looks better than a prototype. So yeah.
It plays brilliantly. I assure you.
Okay, Rod, what's your
Okay.
number 3?
So my number 3 is a pretty game.
And that's it?
Obviously.
Okay.
It's a family weight, and you know you won't expect it to be on any of these other heavyweight champions of cardboard.
Yeah, that's right, Maris.
And
Okay.
the game is called First in Flight.
First in Flight.
Oh,
It has the first time
On the plane,
I
Marius.
read about this, I thought, oh, isn't this it has Glenmore, the mechanism of
Mhm.
more specifically the Kraftwagen that we played last week.
That's
It
the
has
same
that. If
mechanism?
you go
Uh-huh.
too far in ahead, everyone behind you gets every action available.
It's by Artana.
Um,
I haven't seen a game of
so-
Artana in a while. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Are we still talking about my game?
Yeah.
Or yeah. He's talking about and so yeah, it has that, and it's a deck builder with push your luck because you have to get to 35 without crashing. So it's every time you have to
It's a balancing act.
set a new record. And you do this by hiring specialists. You upgrade your plane. You get better cards that help you fly for a longer period of time. So, you start small and you just repair what's damaged or doesn't work in your deck. You put good cards, but you have other failures that go into your deck without knowing what they are, and it's it's a easier one to get to the table, and for the general public, the ones that want to get into this hobby, not no, not to scare them away.
with prototype games.
Yeah, I put a splotter on it and you say,
There is, yeah,
not
yeah.
for my
Well,
gaming
I
group.
don't think there's an easy splotter. You cannot put a game. Oh, it's a splotter. Let's bring people into the hobby. No, it's impossible. So yeah, it looks very good. It looks appealing. It looks it tells a story. Every card tells a story. It looks interesting, and probably it is for a family weight game. I'm quite curious what it brings different from other games, because yeah, it's quite yeah. We'll see, we'll see. So that's your number 3, right? It's not
Yeah.
I would say on this one. My number 3
Wow.
is
Not all of them can be Lacerda. What are you talking about?
my number 3 is a game in a trilogy, and it is the game that is the next one. Yeah.
Garfield games.
It's Scholars of the South
Scholars.
Tigris. I have seen a little bit about this game. I have seen the big board. I have seen some pics, and I think it looks good. I'm quite curious to see what's beyond. I have played Wayfarers on the channel. It was the last playthrough we did, and I had a lot of fun on that game. It's very thinky, and yeah, it gives you a lot of actions. It gives you a lot of stuff, which you do. I think with this trilogy, they go as close as they can to a true Euro game. They get more close to a Euro game than they did until now. And I enjoyed a lot, and I have enjoyed a lot every player which I did of Wayfarers, and that is why, as you can see here, those 3 are 3 tracks, almost like a board and dice game. If you look here, 3 big tracks where probably people go up on those tracks. You have a lot of characters here. Characters will have more. I hope so. I don't know. Will have more to do in the game than just slide them underneath other cards, because you don't see characters in Wayfarers. They are just you just add them. I don't know if this will happen. I see there are 2 types of characters in this game. So yeah, I'm quite curious to see what direction do they go with this, because they managed to create different games every time. I mean, Wayfarers is not close to another of the. You can find similitudes, but it feels different. So I am curious to see how they go with this one, because I feel this trilogy is closer to a heavier Euro game. It's closer to a Euro game than any other game they have built until now. So you know which one I am not a big fan of. Outside that one, I usually like most of what they do. So my number 3 is Scholars of the South Tigris.
I looked into this one as well, but it looks so similar to Wayfarers in terms of components and well, it's a sequel, but well, we'll see what have to. And it has a 4.338 on the weight.
That is what
the BGG. So
me to it. one thing, I mean, I want to see how deep they can go from. I think that's why I say I think this series is dedicated to the most Euro gamers. for most of the players which are truly Euro gamers. Uh, yeah, because I've talked a bit. If you look at if people can look at my thoughts on the Wayfarers playthrough, I talk more about it then. So that was my number 3. Let's go to number 2.
All right.
No.
Number 2. Are you ready for a remake?
Another deluxe edition.
Because I have one. It's one of my favorite game of all time in top 20. It was I have it. It was released in limited edition, of course. But I want to thank with this occasion. I want to thank people from Silex, Caroline, Florian, Pierre, because they showed the game to me at Essen because it was in the truck and they were just bringing it out for me to see it.
Inzi,
and that it's Inzi.
I am quite curious on this one.
Spielworks. And so you're not arguing in this one.
No, I am not. I was not thinking about this one.
So I'm very interested in this one. I have the first edition.
I don't have the first edition.
And I'm hoping that Silex will do I hope that Silex will do a bigger print, and I congratulate Uli from Spielworks that he just did this partnership with Silex to bring Inzi back to people, because it was very limited. And there are some tweaks, some changes in the graphic design. And for me, it's quite a brilliant game with a lot of player interaction. And even if it has trading, it's so much driven by the players and interactive, because it's for me it's
we have nothing more great. Of it. Yeah.
So I am very, very curious about this new edition of Inzi, and I really hope they will print it in more than 1,000 pieces, so more people could play this one. Yeah, my number 2, a remake of Inzi.
So you're looking forward for reprints and second editions this year?
Not all of them, but yeah.
Okay.
So you can see that almost nothing interested me. So there is nothing new. Pretty interested.
So you're not going to Essen? That's
yeah, I'm going to Essen because I'm going to work there. But the new stuff is just like
there will be more announcements.
It's only January, so
for sure.
I know they're also bringing another game from Spielworks. I don't know if it's this year. I wasn't certain of that. I think it will be next year in 2024 probably. But I am quite curious about this one.
I'm super happy that they did this collaboration.
I hope
really.
I hope it's good. So, Radu, what is your number 2?
Apparently this is a new game, and it's another easier one to get to the table for. Of course, the cover is spectacular. The game is Empire's End. If you just put that on full screen, and my number 2 is Empire's End. That's it. It goes. You start. It's a civilization game, but
I'm interested in this one also. I saw it. It's a medium weight game. It's a little bit, but it was on a long list. So I'm with you here. It's a John D. Clare design, so I'm with you here.
So what I found interesting about this one is that you start with your civilization at full potential. And everything is going downhill from there, because there are these disasters that happen because you have like a snake type of start to finish, and every round something else happens. Either you build, you harvest, or a bad card is going on, and we have to bid with resources. The one who bids the least gets that disaster and turns over the card that it affects. So, but the good thing is you get every resource that everyone at the table has have bid with. So you might get more resources than that disaster is worth. So yeah, it's a nice go back and forth to think of what will you accept on destroying, but you can rebuild that with hammers and all that. So you can see ahead of time what kind of bad thing or good thing is coming. So it's not an event kind of type of game, but you can prepare a bit to what's coming ahead. So obviously the artwork is drawing me in, and the gameplay. So it doesn't look a very complicated game to teach, and not a very complicated game to play. So
Space Base is one of my favorite Gateway games. So and I think I've played some other designs of him, so that he did. So yeah, I'm quite interested to see how this one will pan out. Is my turn? My number 2 is an overlap with Mr. Kosti. Kosti, what do you think it is?
Horse's Carriage.
It's Horse's Carriage. I want to play this game badly. If I could have the time, I would take out. I would put on stream Indonesia. I would put on stream Antiquity, or the Great Zimbabwe again, or Food Chain Magnate. I do not have the time to do that because I have all the other games coming from publishers which I have to play.
Thank God.
But they are different in the board game industry, and if you're a heavy gamer and you enjoy these kinds of games, you will enjoy Splotter games. They are fun. You can name it, Roads and Boats, whatever, whichever. They're different. There is why am I interested in playing this one is because I want to see how different it is from the others. I want to see what it brings differently from the others, because the Great Zimbabwe is different from Antiquity. It's different from the way you get resources. It's so different in every game.
Yeah, that's the beautiful part of Splotter. Yeah. Every game has something really different.
I know two Splotters I think are in my top 50 of all time. I like their games, and that's why I am interested to see how the interaction is in this game. I mean, is it as mean as in Food Chain Magnate? Is it maybe less meaner than that, like it is in the Great Zimbabwe, where you can see more of what's happening, because it's an economic game. You create cars. Those cars probably you'll have to build them. You have to. It's it's a game which I really want to play and see how good it is, and how it ranks in the. I think there were the big 5: Roads and Boats, Antiquity, the Great Zimbabwe, Food Chain Magnate, and Indonesia. There were these 5. Probably this one will be the 6th. And Bus. Yeah, also Bus. Also a game which I would have to play on stream at some point. Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Radu.
I'm just waiting for you to stop geeking out.
You look a little bit bored.
I have to admit, it doesn't. Splotters do not look. I usually, for example, my copy of Food Chain Magnate, I pimp it every time I play it.
Yeah.
So, but they're different and they're so good. You have such a good sensation with it. Antiquity at the end, you'll feel good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, well, if I would do a board for free, just send me an email. Let's see how help you out.
Would you?
I put some
Would you?
color over
Would
over
you?
that.
Are you gonna do something for free? Would you?
Well, the word's out.
The word's out.
Okay.
Man.
That was my number 2, and
Oh,
now
number
let's go
one.
to number 1. And if this is
This is what.
I'm going
wait
to
a second.
give
Well,
you.
I want to say something. If this is a AAA crossover,
Don't.
I'm
No, it isn't. I don't think it
It
is.
won't be.
I don't think it
promise.
is.
I promise
Okay.
you.
I don't think it is. Well, it could be, but
It's not. It's not unconscious mind. It's not.
Okay.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Tell me.
Because mine is coming from a new
Okay.
company formed by two great people in the industry. In the name of Peter Eggerts and
Really?
Uli Bleneman.
Really? This is
And
what
the game
you
is
want?
Karolingi.
This is your number? Really? I mean, come on.
I really hope this game
Oh,
comes out this year, because I've seen it at Essen, I've tried it there, and it's brilliant.
I
For me.
support you. I support you with
I mean,
this
I
one.
want to. I
So,
really want to play this game,
I-
but
I-
not number 1.
I
Come
really
on.
want this game to come out as soon as possible, because I was really pumped about this one. Yeah, it's in the Carolingian era with you are a grandchildren of the Charlemagne, and yeah, it has area majority, events influence, area movement, things that I like in games. It has a great theme for me, and yeah, I am super interested in this one. Carolingi was boom, straight number 1 to my list, because I really
Seekov
want to play
Games,
this
right?
one.
This is the
Seekov Games, yeah. The Seekov Games is the new company of
Uli
Peter
Blenneman,
Eggers and
yeah.
Uli Bleneman.
They make
So,
games which they want to
look
play,
forward.
which are let's say older, the old type of Euro game. I'm quite curious to see how this game is. I haven't managed to. I have seen it there.
I'm
it looks
really
like
curious.
an older
I-
Euro game,
Yeah,
but that might be good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. That might be good.
yeah.
Okay,
There you go.
that's your
my
number
one.
1. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's my number 1.
You could have put there, I don't know, El
Cool.
Grande. It has a reprint, you know? This year El Grande has a reprint.
No.
You disappointed, Bogey. Oh.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, that's my number 1. I can't wait for this one to get out. Really,
Kosti,
super pumped about it.
we are thinking the same. You
Do we?
can't imagine how close this is. It's let's see if you guess. You won't, but anyway. So
No.
it has to be. It's
You scared me.
close. It's an historical game close to
Really?
what you have picked,
Okay.
with dudes on a map that
That's
looks.
the lion, the Queen's. Blah, 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 that one? No?
No. No,
Queen's
it's Queen's
Dilemma?
Dilemma.
Okay.
No, it had a
I think-
pretty
I think I know,
successful Kickstarter, and
Yeah. Oh man, isn't it out yet?
no, it
No.
isn't. It's
Okay, go ahead.
It says 2023, and the pieces are resembling chess pieces from
Yeah.
the old times. The main board looks like a map from
Mm-hmm.
the medieval times or Dark Ages, even going
Yeah.
backwards. So it's Do you know what it
I
is?
don't think I know.
I might, but I don't want to spoil everything. So go ahead.
So it's called
I know, yeah,
Bretwalda.
yeah.
Yeah, Bretwalda.
So this game, when I saw it, and
It looks brilliant. Yeah.
I just had to stop and stare. You zoom, especially the graphic design, the artistic choice that they made. They chose to go with the original, close to original artwork
Yeah.
from that period, and it really makes you and puts you in the shoes of those the clans, the kingdoms that you're trying to conquer the land, and the become the next king of Britain at that time.
Mhm.
And it's people in the chat were complaining there are no war games in the list,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
here's you go. It's this
I
one.
said that it's not going to be for me because this is the aspect of this game that I didn't like. So I don't play fighting war games and
So
everything. But
isn't
but
isn't
but
the
this one
your
looks
pick
brilliant.
isn't your pick close to what well, it's
Almost, because it doesn't have fighting and war. It has area influence and area majority. But
yeah.
then again, this one looks brilliant. And again, it's from Phalanx. I had a game from Phalanx on my list because they are quite good in this area. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
that's a good pick.
I
That's a
can't
good
I
pick.
can't say this is definitely one of my favorites, and looking forward to. It's gonna be a hard game to play because probably it's
The
gonna be played better with
player
the
count, yeah.
maximum player count,
Of
and
course, yeah. But it looks
and
great.
it's a
Yeah.
pretty involved. I think it's getting close to. It has something with a Game of Thrones, and you try to attack and conquer different areas, and the one.
It's combat with
But
dice, so no.
it's a more historical than the setting
I'm
is
quite
is
curious.
based
Yeah.
on history.
Mhm. Yeah.
But the way it looks absolutely wants me to more. I want to play it. So
I'm quite shocked that you like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
darkish theme and dark
what are you
artwork.
talking
It's
about? I'm
usually
all
Yeah,
about
he likes
medieval
medieval
art.
art. No,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm curious why the type of game. I don't know. I don't know if you play. I did not know you play these types of games. I was
Oh, Game of Thrones is one of my favorite games of all time. It's
All right.
easily my top 10. So this
Backstabber.
is
yeah,
right
but I
up
don't know.
my alley.
Backstabber.
I never heard you talk about war games. This looks like a war game.
Oh, yeah. This is an area control majority type
Well,
of
that's it.
game, so
Area
it's not
control.
I
going
haven't
You
to.
said
seen.
it.
I've seen dice.
What?
Area control. You said
Probably
it.
there is fighting with dice.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
that's
for
for
combat,
combat.
Yeah, for fighting and combats and stuff like that. Yeah, not my thing. That's why it's not
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
But I'm curious. I'm going to play it probably at some point once to see how it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a
Nice.
hybrid
Yeah.
between a Euro and a Ameritrash, but with
Yeah.
Well,
you know.
I'm gonna
so
try
I hope you
to
like it.
play this
Well
one
done.
and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, my number one. Well, Radu, you said it. It is. I thought it's gonna be on your lists. My number one is Unconscious Mind. Uh,
Well, it was on my top last year,
So
and
it
it
didn't
didn't
come
come
out,
out.
yeah.
So I didn't want
It's
to. We kind of talked
yeah,
about this
but
game
now I
for
know
We
what I'm
talked about
talking
this game.
about.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Then I like the artwork, looks interesting.
I'm getting bored.
Now I know what I'm talking about. I did a playthrough on the channel, and I really liked what the changes they've made. I think it is a very good game. I think it has something special. I think they could have kept some of the things like and I probably you can house rule it to make it a bit harder for the rules for writing books, for example, because they made it a bit easier, the writing books rules. They streamlined it, but I'm quite curious to see what they do with the Nightmares expansion and how all the new cards, everything that they bring in. It's good. I mean, it's good and it feels good, and somehow they do manage to create something that makes you feel somehow that you are trying to cure patients. Although you are getting resources to make contracts, practically that's the recipe to fulfill recipes. But
I like
Yeah,
the coffee.
but it's the artwork on the main boards, the artwork on your player boards, everything that sits in front of you gives you that feeling that of a psychiatry office. Should I put it this way? In those times, somehow, it has a good feeling. It's not just hype. I like it a lot. I do hope with the expansions make it a bit more. If they go a bit more heavy, I think it's even better because the theme works for this. For a heavier game, you want to feel your brain working while you play this game. You want to feel you go through something while you play this game.
I actually appreciate that they took the time to make it more streamlined so that it's not more, it's heavier than it needs to be. So, maybe it's not a bad thing. You have all those other add-ons
That's what I was saying.
Variants.
It needs space game. I think it's heavy enough. It's a medium heavyweight game, and it's deeper. It's a deep game. You'll have to think with what you do with all your resources to be as efficient as possible to cure those patients, because curing patients it's what will give you points at the end of the game. So
it's a heavy game that looks as good as it can be.
And I like how they did the part with what they did here with the brain. And what you need, those resources are happiness, and you have more happiness, and you get freedom,
and passion.
I like how they try to translate everything into the theme of the game, and it's good. It is good. We've played it, and it's good. I like it, and it was also last year. But last year I thought it will come out. Afterwards, I've realized it will be a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
But I do hope. I think it will be fulfilled until Essen, and I do have to hope to play it with the Nightmares expansion and all other bits and pieces they have added to the game.
So we'll have another go at it with the final
hope,
version.
As far as I know. Yep. So let's close the TVs. These were our top 10 anticipated games of 2023. The list is longer. Do you have any honorable mentions which you want to talk about?
Oh, I have
rather fast.
Yeah, so it's one that really stands out. It's Skyrise, but it's so filled with plastic that it just drew me away from it. I understand that you're trying to make a very the toy factor to be, and the table presence to be over.
Yeah, it's an older game by Gil Hova.
Well, it's a good thing that I didn't put it.
Which has
I would have
a version with cardboard buildings, but the new version will have, and it will be done by another publisher.
Well, Kosti doesn't mind that it's
not at all.
Redesign.
As long as 2023.
So
it's a reprint
for the same reason.
It's not the 2023 release. I'm sorry.
Indeed, it's a reprint also.
No, it's a new version. It has new artwork.
No. It's just the tweaks are so small that
it's the same art. I think the cover is different.
The cover, but they changed just a little bit on the board, because I've seen everything. So it's just minor things.
Then it shouldn't have been on your list.
Yeah.
If it's not a second edition, it shouldn't have been on your list, my friend.
I couldn't find something interesting. I couldn't find something interesting in the new
there
things.
are so many.
Sorry, publishers. Sorry, publishers, not for me.
Okay, Rado.
And okay, so the second one that I had on my list, it's called Andromeda's
yeah.
Edge, but
Uh-huh.
it's almost so complicated I could not
Yes.
understand
Yeah.
what it's all about. It's another big space opera that's close to Twilight Imperium or
I
something
think it's
like
more
that,
close to
but
Eclipse.
I just or Eclipse, but and it
But
looks
it's
good.
going on
But
Kickstarter. I
it's
think
too.
it went on Kickstarter. It should come on Kickstarter. I don't know if it will be a 2023 release. That's why I didn't put it on my list. A Luke Laurie design,
Yeah,
which
I don't know
I am
either.
quite interested in because I like what Luke Laurie does.
Hmm.
So yeah. So something else?
Well, the other one is Kingmaker, but it's a reprint of
Kingmaker.
an older
Older game.
older game. So I went with Brett Walda, which was it's
Hmm.
brand new.
Uh,
So yeah,
Kostik, do you
that's
Yeah.
have
me.
something else?
You see, nothing new, nothing new. You see, well, I had also the Pax Ratchet, the Jerusalem that Radu has it. I had also Oranienburger Canal, Gondolieri, the White Castle,
Hmm.
and I really hope to play to because I would probably not going to have it, but I hope that a friend will take, and we probably dedicate a whole day to if it comes out to Interstellar by Phil Eklund. So
Oh.
we'll see.
Oh.
Usually it's for 2023. It's in the same setting with High Frontiers
Oh
from
yeah.
Phil
High
Eklund.
Frontier.
So it's
Uh,
uh, it's
that's a
uh, it's it's in, the name is Interstellar. So I'm
it's
hoping to
based
getting
on
that one to
the
the
film.
table for.
Is it based on the film?
No, it's based on the Phil
Oh,
Eklund
okay.
knowledge,
Oh,
with
okay,
rocket
okay,
science and everything.
okay.
So we probably need a weekend
Yeah,
for that one.
I mean,
So
I think
yeah.
that's my line. I think that's at High Frontier. I think is my
I
line.
really want to try.
High Frontier is
Yeah,
my line.
yeah. Mine
Uh,
too. Mine too. Not even. Yeah.
I think it's
But
just too
then again,
much.
I'm curious.
I
I'm
think it's
curious
just
about
too
it.
much.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Just question: do you know about Ratus? Did that has come out
Yeah,
this
I
year?
think it will come out this year, Ratus. Yeah, a big
A
box. Yeah,
big box,
Usually,
right?
yeah. Usually
yeah.
it's for this
It will
year.
be
Yeah.
a reprint.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, never knows.
I had it just lost out. Luthier, the art of the instrument. It's a game about making
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Violins, right?
different
Or
musical instruments. It looked
different. Yeah, yeah.
Like a
it
guitar,
looks
more or
interesting.
less, huh?
Age of Inventors
Mm-hmm.
also looked like an interesting
Yeah.
game.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Age of Comics was another title which seemed also interesting. Um, and yeah, I would like to play Lords of Ragnarok, which I think comes out this year. I
Mm-hmm.
did not play Lords of Hellas, and I would be interested to play Lords of Ragnarok and see how.
Isn't that a
It's not
minis
a minis
game?
game. No, it's
Oh,
a.
okay.
It's done by I think by Adam Kopinski, and no, it's done by him, and it has a lot of getting resources, building, create. Lords of Hellas was about creating statues. I think this one is about Vikings, more or
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite interested to playing that one, also if I have the chance. There are a few more easier, but I'll name just these for now.
Mm-hmm.
And more will come up. More will
Probably,
come up. Much more
and La
will come up.
Familia,
Oh yeah.
the Fear Line game, which should have appeared last year, but I think it will come out
Yeah.
this year.
There you go.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I unfortunately, like I said, probably my number 10 and number 8, I think, were two games which I had no pictures of, but I do hope that we'll have some info soon, and I hope they come out this year, because yeah, I'm quite curious to see what will come out, what they will bring. They sound really interesting, and it's fun to try new themes. It's fun to see where people go with their inventiveness, because that's why I say that board games are a form of art. People are inventive, and otherwise I think we have enough board games to play for 3 lifetimes, maybe even
Even
more.
more.
But it's always interesting to see what the human mind manages to create again and again. So let's hope we're gonna have a good year, and I hope you're gonna
Definitely.
we're gonna get the opportunity to play all of these games. I hope you at home managed to get all you're waiting for. We'll see each other in other situations, other tops, or maybe playthroughs. Do you want to say something in the end?
My list was better.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the chat was all over Costi. Yeah.
No, it was just Andrei. It was just
You need to
Andrei.
admit it.
What?
You need to admit it.
It was an army of
That's all I
one.
need.
So-
That's all I need. That's all I need.
He only needs one.
No, it's so like we said in the beginning, this is really early in the year. Most of the maybe even bigger titles will be released,
Infos
or
will be,
you know,
yeah,
throughout the year. And at least we have some appetizers that we can you know, start on, and to put down our lists of most anticipated. And you know, like every year there's things that we cannot overlook, and we need to get them into our collections. So it's a good starter, but obviously this list will change.
Probably, yeah.
By the time it will get to Essen.
We'll get bigger. That's for sure.
And you know, hope you enjoyed our picks, and you know, have a nice. Is it spring or is it winter? I don't know.
It's still winter and it's
I hope,
Monday.
well, it's good.
Okay.
It's good for what happens north of Romania right now in Ukraine. This weather is good because Europe can have a milder winter, less gas. It's not bad out this perspective. I don't know what it will happen later.
Don't say it twice. Don't say it twice, because we're gonna have snow in April. You know how
Well,
it is.
We'll see. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace, Marius.
Peace.
So I want to thank you guys again. I'm going to end it now.
Indeed.
Until I hope you liked our picks. Until next time, if you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe, because you know, keeps the internet alive and keeps us going and helps grow the channel and so on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about. Until next time. Oh, I will thank Radu and Costi for helping me do this this top 10. And I hope you enjoy it. If you have something to comment, please leave a comment down there. I will respond. And until next time, I will say what it says here, which is play a lot, play loads, have fun. And until next time, bye bye, fine folks, wherever in the world you are.